Welcome, guys. As usual, let's start with the USD CAD. The USD CAD made a sideways move last week. Nothing really happened. There was a divergence forming, but as I see, this divergence can easily break to the upside, actually. But what we can see is that the signs are not in synchron. Like we see red and green together, and those are red, those are green, this is red, this is green. So there is not a clear sign in the market. And what's the best thing to do when you see something like this is stay away. Don't have to predict the future. Just go with the momentum. This is all you have to do. Don't predict the future. Just go with the momentum. All right. So based on this, I would say just wait for a right opportunity when it's everything matching up and just go with it. All right. This is it for the USD CAD. Then the AUD/NZD, which is interesting, made a divergence right there. And from this divergence, made also move to the downside, everything turned red. So this is the point what I say, everything is turned red last week and it just went to the downside. So everything was in synchron and it just moved to the right side. Okay. But right now we're getting the buy signal, but still everything is in red. So I wouldn't go for the buys right now. It looks like an engulfing candle right there, but it's still nothing actually. So best thing to do is wait, and don't forget we are still in this consolidation up and down phase. So yeah, you should wait for that. Euro CHF. The Euro CHF played out, went back to the zone. Here we had a divergence, and I'm gonna remove this because it's doesn't matter anymore. Okay. And what we can see is everything in green, and here also everything in green, but we are still under the zero line. So mostly what's happening right now is a correctional move, and I would like to see a move to this point, which would be also a harmonic pattern actually, but compared to this point, which should make an kind of like a divergence, something like this. And after that, another move to the downside. So this is the Euro CHF, but at the moment everything is green, so it should go a bit more to the upside. Kind of like. All right. Euro GBP. The Euro GBP reached our target zone last week and consolidated. I see there a divergence, continuation divergence, and we see red, and a bit of green. But I would like to see another drop, at least to this point, and after that we have a free fall space of if this point is about to break, we're gonna targeting this point. Okay, so this is at an interesting point in the market, but right now everything is red. Expect the VV plus. So I'm waiting, but this is looking great in my opinion. But what I don't like is the destroyer. We get already divergence, but it's moving sideways. I don't like to see that. So it has to do something, at least for tomorrow, at least end of the Wednesday, it should move to the right side. Okay. Then the DXY is looking like that. For now, this is in green, this is in green, this is about to get green. It's close to each other. This is in green with a huge space between the two. But here we have divergence possibility. All right. But I don't think this will be something big because as I see, the volume is moving up and this is about to go cross to the upside, which would mean that this is about to break this divergence, but there is still a possibility right now. But I'm mostly waiting for the confirmation of the Rama cross and the confirmation of the zero line cross. And when it happens, as I said last week, we can see actually a potential up move even for the next couple of weeks. So this could be something huge, right? By the way, the target zone was crashed with this candle last Monday. All right. Let's see what we have on the CXY. And the CXY has a divergence possibility, but as I said here, it's moving to the downside. It's above the zero line, but it's in red. And here's everything it's like mixed. It's not that beautiful. So the best thing to do is waiting in the mess because there is not clear direction to follow. And that's the point when we need exactly to have some patience in the market, right? AXY, most of the AXY charts, this is cross to the downside. This is red and about to cross to the downside. We are already under, but as you see, there is a weird thing happening right now on the destroyer, which I totally don't like. I don't like to see something like that. Okay, this is also kind of like no-go zone. But as you see, the REMA, it was a very clear move to the downside and this as well. So there is also a divergence forming based on this high here. Okay, so this is a continuation as well forming until this point doesn't break. So that's what I would like to see in the near future. The XY, I predicted also an divergence based on this point, and on the previous zoom, on the Hungarian zoom, I already drew it differently, but it was something like here because we were talking about, as you see, I draw here, it should go to the downside, but as you see, the divergence does not activated yet, went a bit more to the upside and just went with big candle to the downside. And the divergence activated, everything turned into red. So I would say there is a possibility for another divergence. And this is also reached. There is a possibility for another divergence, but right now I would say that the signs are a bit too strong. I would not expect from the price that it's just turning around. Most of the times, those are the divergences which are failing. Okay. And you can now say, okay, this is similar, but it's not because it's in the direction. It's under the zero line. So this is much stronger than this. Okay, even if this happens to the upside, this is not a good sign for us to do something. Better to wait, to move, make a correction, and the next move is perfectly for us to trade on. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna delete those two. Still waiting for that kind of pattern here. All right, the BXY, I already moved into break-even. Why is that? Because we reached the 10. Oh shit. Something like, oh damn. Now, or it does something like this. I don't know exactly, and it doesn't matter. But what I would like to say to raise the 1.5 RR risk reward in our favor. So we already could put that in break even actually. So that's why I'm putting it here. And yeah, let's see where it goes. Even if it goes back, it was a nice opportunity to fall because it went to the downside. We had our profit possibility. We can't let it slip it back. All right. And even if it does, you have still the possibility to enter again when everything is working out, everything is giving you a sign to step in. All right. So looking for that. SXY, the SXY made a move to the downside and rejected the zero line, which is very good. Which is very good. Right. I think I was also talking about this rejection. Here we were far away. So yeah, it's a beautiful move to the downside. All right. Everything is in red, by the way. So is it synchron? I would like to see a move to the downside, but don't forget the fact we are here still above the zero line. So what happens here is just a small thing. This needs to be get under the zero line for a long time trade. Okay, the AXY, here is the picture what I don't really like because as you see here is green, but under the zero line divergence green, this is red. Here is a divergence possibility. Here is red, but above the zero line, so everything is mixed up. It's a mess for me. I don't like that. So that's enough to say for me to stay away. All right. Then the ZXY also, it's just a mess right there. Nothing really happens. A bit more clear than AXY actually, but also red, but above the zero line. Here is green forming, but nothing really there. Here is green. Here is also about to get green, but it's still red. Came under the zero line. So yeah, this was the prediction of a divergence possibility because of this. And actually it went down, but made this as well. So this was the idea. And this was the contra. Okay. And right now it's moving sideways, so I would say let it go. There are far more better opportunities than that. Then the gold looking lovely. Actually, the gold last week reached this target zone and went to the downside. And now we are crossing the zero. It goes to the downside and it goes to the downside. Here we see the cross. it goes to the downside, it goes to the downside, but we are still above the zero line with the structural divergence, which is a good sign, as you see, because we are closer to the zero line. But this could go to 1988, in my opinion, or even 1976. Okay. This is what I would like to see from the price. And don't forget the fact on monthly, we're creating possibility for the divergence, right? It's almost right there. Also the cross, it's also almost right there. And don't forget the fact that on the yearly basis, there's still something really, really big about to come. All right. Okay, just a quick look out on the BTC. On the BTC, I had a trade here. It was my trade, which was a bit risky, but I explained it to you on smaller time frames why I entered right there. And here I closed down the trade. It was a very cute trade, actually. Something that I didn't have a so long trade for a very long time, so that was also a good feeling. There's also the thing when you let your money work for you, actually for weeks, and it's just a beautiful feeling. All right. But what I said to you guys, the price didn't move at all, but it went to the downside, so it made space for himself. But this is risky in one point because there is right now, it's just one candle went up, but there's directly a divergence opportunity to the another side, so to the downside actually. But right now, I would not say to trade against it because everything is in green. So now is the question, where will it stop? And that's something that we cannot know. It can go even back to 60,000 in just one or two candles and make a perfect divergence right there. So it's very possible to do that. Okay, and this will look like something like that, or yeah, but it's still moving to the upside. There is a high volume. I wouldn't trade to the downside at this moment, but just look out if you are not in the trade, what you're doing with this. You are also in an key level. Okay, the 50K is right here. So yeah, be careful if you're looking for a position right now, because it will be risky, but in my opinion, it should go a bit more to the upside. All right. All right, economic calendars. Let's see. Monday, nothing really happened today. And Tuesday, employment change, and the CPY from the CHF and the CPY from the USD, which have a bigger effect in the market than employment change from the Eurozone, and the PPY, which is marked with medium, but mostly they are red news, so look out for that. Thursday, unemployment rate, employment change from the Audi could affect the market, but mostly the GDP from the GBP. And lots of news from the USD 1430. Okay. Then Friday, the PPY, and we're closing with the Michigan. All right. That's it for today. Thanks for your attention. See you next week, guys. Have a great week. Bye bye.